Okay, is this better lighting? I think it is. Hello, I am Pip, also known as Pip Pop Cos, whatever you want to call me. I am a cosplayer, and I decided to make a YouTube channel. This is all very new. I don't have a proper setup. I literally just have my camera, my ring light, stack my camera's on books. I don't have a microphone yet, so if the quality is bad, I'm so sorry. I also didn't tidy my room, so we've got my hair straighteners and a flannel. So I decided to kind of do a video kind of explaining how I got into cosplay, and how I got into anime and stuff. My cosplay story, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So, let's start at the beginning and how I got into anime. So it was ages ago. I think I was at least 8 when I first got into anime. My first anime was Fairy Tail, which I was obsessed with for like 4 years. It was a time I was literally obsessed with every single thing about Fairy Tail. My favourite character was Natsu. I was obsessed. And we can all blame my sister for that because she was one who showed it to me. She was watching it on TV. I'm gonna burp. Awesome. Yeah, she was watching it on TV. I came downstairs and I was interested in it. She showed me and I watched all of it and I loved it, and that's how it all started. Yeah, I got into Fairy Tail then, and also at that time I had I had Musically, which is now TikTok, but you know, and on that I got onto I saw lots of Fairy Tail videos on Musically, and I also saw Fairy Tail cosplays, and in specifically a Natsu cosplay. Um, the cosplayer was King Malice, and they are amazing. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's Natsu! And I was like, I want to do that. I want to dress up as Natsu. I want to dress up as like all these favourite Fairy Tail characters. And I had no idea like what it was, so I looked into it. I looked into that person's TikTok Musically account, and I found out that cosplaying is a thing, and I was interested in it, so I looked into it more. I found out that people do it from different shows and different stuff like that. So that's also how I got introduced to more animes as well as just Fairy Tail, because with all these Fairy Tail cosplayers, I also saw all their other cosplays, and I got into different shows through that. So surprisingly, my first cosplay was from Fairy Tail, and I actually took it to a convention. Sadly, I don't have any pictures of it, but it was Panther Lily. And it was just a black top, black leggings. I had safety pinned a cat tail to my leggings, and also I had cat ears. I also had a foam sword, which I painted only one side of, to make it look like Panther Lily's sword. And I took it to Comic Con, which was my first convention, with my family. We went there and it was really cool. My next cosplay, which was probably I would say my proper confirmed cosplay, was I don't know the character's name anymore, but it was a character from K-On!, which I think I had only seen like a couple episodes of. and I was like, that one, I have to cosplay that one. I put on a school shirt and I had a little blue lace ribbon thing. I put that on and I had a old school skirt, and I wore that, and that was my so-called cosplay. And that's also when I first bought my first wig, which was really confusing to explain to my parents, because at that time I had to literally ask to buy something and then tell them what I was buying. So I had to explain why I wanted to buy this wig, but also at the time I didn't have that money in like a little bank. I didn't have it in a bank account, so I was running downstairs with like hands of money that I had saved up for, and I was like, I want to buy this wig. And I had to explain, but the wig was from eBay, and it was really cheap, so the cosplay didn't end up looking great, and you wouldn't really expect it to if it was like a first cosplay with a wig. I didn't style it, I didn't do anything. I just had this red wig, this top, and a blue skirt. And that character was Urza Scarlet. And I ended up making a sword for her. I don't have the sword anymore. I tore it up and used it for something else. It was just 2 pieces of cardboard that I had cut out, and I stuck them together, but because it was so heavy it flopped everywhere, and I used like cocktail sticks, and I lined them up and I stuck them in the sword, and it would stay up like that, and it was painted horribly. It was sellotaped together. I didn't use glue. It was you wouldn't expect it to look good. But again, I was happy with it. I was making videos, taking pictures, and I was just chilling in my cosplay, which ended up in me buying a fake knife. It had some fake blood, and I cosplayed Yandere-chan from Yandere Simulator. I used my hair. I just tied it into a ponytail. I put little strands in front of my face. I had this old school shirt which I splattered fake blood everywhere onto it, and I cut it up and stuff, and I wore it was the same blue skirt that I used for my Urza cosplay, and I cosplayed her. I put fake blood on me. I didn't use any makeup at this time. I didn't know how to do makeup, and I didn't own any, so it didn't look great. But yeah, I got into more fandoms. I bought my second wig, which was a brown wig, and I cosplayed Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. But the wig for some reason didn't come with a wig cap. Usually, lots of times when you buy a wig, it will come with a wig cap and a bag, which is extremely helpful. But it didn't, and I had get in the shower. I had huge hair, so I had to stuff it all in a wig. But the wig was so long, it went down to my hips. And if it was tied in a ponytail, it would slip off. So in the end, I didn't have it in a ponytail, but it was still really heavy, so my head would tilt back. And you can tell in the videos that I took, I was like walking around with my head slumped forwards because I couldn't stand up straight with it on, because I didn't really dive into a lot of fandom straight away. So I ended up making a lot of characters, and they would all look very similar, if not the same, just have different names. And it would either be my brown wig or my red wig, because I was like, I have wigs, I'm just going to use them now all the time. So I did that for a long time. I would only just cosplay my own characters, and in the end I made up one character and then never used it again. And it was just that. And then this is also when I started to buy makeup, but I was really, I would say I still am. I am really, really bad at saving up money. As soon as I get given money, I just want to spend it. And I do that a lot, and I did back then. So I didn't have a lot of money to buy makeup, so I bought it all from a factory shop. Um, so I took my friend with me. We went down to the little factory shop, and she showed me like what like tone of concealer and foundation I should have. So thank you to my friend who helped me with that. Thank you. But I didn't really know how to use it. I just had all this stuff, and I was like, I'm just going to shove it on my face and hope for the best. So there were lots of times, I have a bunch of embarrassing pictures of me taking pictures of my eyes to see what it looked like. It did not look good. It looked like I had a black eye, but we roll with that, you know? And then I got introduced to this thing called wig styling. For some reason, I didn't look up that when I first bought a wig. I don't know why. I was just like, it's a wig. Boom. I don't need to cut it. A fringe? What's that? So I watched a bunch of videos on how to style a wig, how to look after a wig, how to like brush and wash a wig, which I don't know why it took me so long to figure out that wig styling was a thing. I was just really dumb. Yeah, so I started to cut my wigs. Again, I'm really bad at styling wigs. I am not the greatest, so first time styling wig is absolutely terrifying. And I have destroyed many wigs over it. But practice makes perfect, I guess. Yeah, it basically ended up in me watching a bunch of YouTube videos and learning all these skills and stuff, which is really helpful, so you should do that. Oh yeah, making props and stuff was not a fun time. I didn't really look into things and how to make props. I just kind of bought stuff and went with it. I remember for some reason I didn't buy elf ears for a while, so I decided to make elf ears. I just burped. Clay. Like, not lightweight clay, just clay. And they ended up looking horrible, as you would expect them to be if they're made from clay. But the actual cosplays, like the costumes and stuff, I didn't have a lot. I still don't have a lot. They are very expensive, and they're really hard to make. So my first proper cosplay was my Attack on Titan cosplay, which was actually a gift. I was given the harness, the jacket, and the cape for, I think it was for Christmas. And that's, at that time, was also when a lot more people from my school found out about me cosplaying. So I remember I got bullied a lot for cosplaying. It was mainly all online rather than people face to face. I did have a couple people come up to me and make like a stupid comment that didn't really bother me a lot, but it was more what people were saying online. My friend once messaged me and was like, yo, there's a group chat about you. So I found out that there was a group chat and people were taking my pictures from Instagram and editing them and saying stupid stuff, making fun of me and stuff, which really upset me, and it did put me off of cosplaying certain characters. So I think at that point it kind of made everything crash, and I stopped for a bit, and I didn't really like show a lot about it. And I did actually stop cosplaying a certain character, which I did bring back, and it made me feel very, like, a lot better about myself. But that happened. It did die down eventually. It wasn't a very long period of time, but it was quite upsetting. But I powered through. I did it. I don't know what else to say. I did start to use more makeup and I got better at it. And quite recently I actually bought contact lenses. It was a couple months ago. I would say, quick note, if you're ever going to buy contact lenses, make sure you do research on where you're buying them from, make sure that they are safe to use, and yes, just be careful when looking after your contact lenses and buying them and stuff. Please don't go blind. I don't know what I might post in the future. I'm planning on doing beginner cosplay tips. I might do some tutorials and stuff. Let me know. I'm sorry for how awkward and probably cringy this video is. Yeah, I just really wanted to make a YouTube channel, honestly. I need to stop looking at that little screen thing and look at this lens. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. What do people say at the end of the video? Hit that bell. No. Yeah, I'm really sorry for this video. It sounded so cool in my head. It all made sense in my head, and then putting a camera and trying to film it did not work. It made sense, okay? I always think stuff makes sense until I actually do this video. So, yeah, besides that, I don't know why I'm making so many hand gesture movements. Anyway, yeah, if anyone actually watches this video, well done, you probably wasted all your time watching this. Yeah, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram, and you can follow me on TikTok. That's all I really have.